Hey guys, managed to borrow one of these legendary Silver Jubilee combos. So an original Marshall Silver Jubilee. The model is a 2558 if you're keen on looking them up. So we've got 50 watts at full power. We've got two 12-inch speakers. There is a high output, low output switch, so it puts it into half power mode, sort of 25 watts, and we'll definitely have a listen to that. But just wanted to, talk you through it, show you a couple of things. Definitely got that legendary Silver Jubilee Marshall sort of sound. One of the key interesting little bits I found is for the first 5 or 10 minutes of turning it on, don't bother basically playing through it. It's really average sounding and certainly nowhere near the sort of sounds that it can get. So like a good sort of Olympic runner, I guess, it needs to warm up, it needs to limber up, and it needs to prepare itself. So if you do manage to get your hands on a Silver Jubilee, turn it on, go and have a coffee or a beer or whatever, and come back in 5 or 10 minutes when it's all warmed up and it's stretched itself out and it's ready to roll. So I've had this on for about 10 or 15 minutes. Today we will not be running it through the speakers. You'll see there are no mics there. What we're going to do is run it through the Ownhammer GNR impulse responses. Makes sense to run a Silver Jubilee through the good old Guns N' Roses cabinet. So yeah, just going to have a bit of a muck around today and show you a couple of things. Going to be using, of course, it's got to be a Les Paul. We're going to be doing the whole Guns N' Roses sort of vibe. So look, it's 2 channels. We've got presence, bass, middle, treble, an output master where you it's a push-pull to change channels. We've got a lead master. I'm guessing that's probably to bump the volume up for your lead solos. And then we've got an input gain, which also clips, so there's a push-pull on that. So yeah, really interesting. Obviously just one input there, and we'll start with, I'm guessing this is obviously now if we pull this input gain, let's have a listen to what that does. So definitely a bit more hair, a bit more gain happening there. Still on channel 1, so we're still sort of on the clean sound at this point in time. So presence is on around about sort of 1 o'clock. Bass is probably on about 2. Middle's on about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. Treble's on about 10, maybe 11 o'clock. And all the volumes and the gains are on 12 at midday straight up. So let's have a listen. Look, let's crank this input gain thing and see what the hell it does. Definitely that's a great rhythm sound there that's happening, and we're still on channel 1. So yeah, really impressed with that. Sounds really nice. Let's check the channel switching now. So as I said, the master volume, you should see a little red light comes on there. I think we're in the main sort of lead channel now. We've definitely got a change in volume as well. So. You definitely want to play with that lead master knob there to sort of set your volumes. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to do that much. Just got to back off on the input gain. Let's crank it up. definitely sounds like it likes to be cranked there. I'm gonna push that in. There's still a fair bit of gain there, so let's pull it out again and see what it does. I'll leave the decision to you whether you like that or not. The final bit I'm going to talk about then is the high output, low output. Everything you've heard, guys, is on the high output. I'm going to switch it to low output now. Tell me if you can hear a difference. When I had the speakers plugged in, I certainly did hear a bit of a difference. Just seemed to be a little bit squishier, with a tiny little bit of loss in volume, but really nothing noticeable. It just, the squishiness and probably a little bit more gain is what I heard. And let's... let's crank the bass up just to see what it does. Let's crank the middle up a bit more. Put that back, treble up. Okay, yeah, there's a bit more brightness there, but look, it's not unacceptable. So look, just final bit of noise. We're going to turn it all the way up. Let's have a listen. Yeah, excellent. So there you go, quick run through the 2558, the good old Silver Jubilee.